Okay, this is the map of all the water bodies near my house. So starting off, we start with my tiny little pond. It barely shows up on the map. This is part of my property I live on. So there it is, and it doesn't show up on the map, but there's a little tiny stream running through our property, and it exits off into Lake Fork. So this is this big lake right here. Next, we kind of follow all the runoff from Lake Fork. And again, there's lots of little ponds and things that I don't mention in here, but it's also significant runoff that we're kind of tracing along. So we're following Lake Fork runoff and little ponds. And then we get to Lake Palestine. Really big lake, kind of like Lake Fork. And we're following Lake Palestine down. And then it exits off into the Neches River. So the Neches River comes down from here and then travels up to here. All right, again, the Neches River cuts off up here, and then we have to follow the Ione Creek. So the Ione Creek is quite a big little creek, and we follow it all the way. Again, lots of little ponds to here. Now, we have the Sam Rayburn Reservoir, which has lots of little runoff coming down, but it kind of is still part of the Ione Creek, so we're just going to call that. And then we get to the Steinhagen Lake. This is a pretty small lake, but it's a big part of our journey. So we exit that. And this is where it kind of starts feeding into the Sabine and lots of other rivers during this time. Then we get to the big Sabine Lake and we feed into the Sabine Pass. And then we're to the Gulf of Mexico. So that is my journey from our tiny little pond all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.